So you touched on worry.
Mm.
That, I mean, that can make us feel worse
Mhm.
than instead of better. What are some things that you can tell our community, our audience, just about how to deal with those times when worry sets in?
Well, I will tell you that I'm naturally a worrywart anyway. So that's something that I have always had to deal with.
Mm.
But for me, I have to have time with the Lord every single day. I have to be in the Word. I prayer journal, and memorizing key scriptures. When I was having the brain issues I couldn't memorize, I would
Yeah.
walk around with, this was back when we had the little iPods. I would walk around with sermons and Christian music on an iPod with one earplug in my ear, and just that on low so that I could have God's truth in my mind all day long,
Oh,
because it was
love
so
that.
overwhelming. My life, it was just so crazy and so overwhelming. And I felt like if I didn't stay in touch with God, I was just going to fall apart. Um,
Right.
so worrying is just, it's so depleting, on your energy levels. It affects your immune system.
Yeah.
And whatever that you can do to combat that, it's so important. But another thing was having people in my life that could speak truth into my life,
Oh, that's
because
good.
those false thoughts come into your brain all the time, and they
Mm.
can also take over. So my husband was huge about that. He's always speaking God's word and always speaking truth
Mm.
into my life to remind me what's
Right.
true.
Hmm.
Because it's so easy to just start fear, having fear just take over and believing the lies. And so it's just really a battle. It really is. When you're sick, you don't know what your future holds. You don't know if you're ever
Right.
going to get better.
Hmm. Yeah. There's so many extras to worry about, and to let go of that each day. I can,
Mhm.
that definitely I've found the same thing to be true. I've got to spend my time in the Word in the morning and reset my day. I actually have built my planner in as part of my Bible study now this year, and so you pray over your planner as well as
That's right.
what you're reading in God's Word, and it's so helpful. But
Yeah.
yeah, I used to put post-it notes and cards with scripture,
Yes.
and read it out loud around my house, because that's what I needed. But I was dealing with depression,
Right.
and
Well, and depression and chronic illness go hand in hand. And I
mm-hmm,
had sticky notes, I had cards. If people came over and opened a cabinet to get a glass, there were, verses all inside the cabinet, and just wherever I could have them, they were there. So that was
right.
my lifeline. It really was.
Mm-hmm.